Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Stewart down, operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. On 1st down, it's Alexander. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Alert. Check.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
You go 14. Touch 50.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He pitches it. He's got room to run past the 20. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 93 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, let's bring it.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Check three.
First down.
Shift, watch the shift. Kill, wait, kill, turn up.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Set,
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Push him back. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Spot. No.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Let's go. Check 24.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown. Number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Saints 17. Seahawks 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Bring it. Bring it.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
53, Mike. Okay, double up. Alert.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Switch it.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Largent. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run here with Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Look left, look left. Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, let's go. Watch. 36 power. Twins. 51's the mic, 51's the mic. Get that quarterback. Let's go double count right here.
Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
36. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Check. Line 54.
stepping up. He'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. 65, 65, 65. Check, 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 check. 25.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Hey, check 24, watch 24. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 9, check 9. Check your hot read. Bang, 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 bang.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Right there in the middle, 55. I want that. Give me that.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Able to find his target here, Largic. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Ready, 95, 56. Check the outs, check the 12, 12, 12.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Watch twist. Watch twist. No, baby, I got you. I got you.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Yellow lady. 54. Night, sweetheart.
On second down, Kamara. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Check 52. Slam. Back.
And fights through one man. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chandler was the intended target.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No pass, no pass. 51, Mike. Gun. Let's put him on the bus. Easy. So, Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side, going to be caught by Largent. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Hey, 0-0. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Right here.
On first down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Again, Wilson. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season. Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Shift. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Mays, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 37.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Not today, you are. Not today. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They run the counter. Metcalf. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Focus, defense, focus. Zebra. One left. SOS.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Yo. Friday. Alert 3.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Metcalf. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. There's Wilson to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I know he ain't got it. Check. Check 3. Switch. Check. Check hot route. Look.
And he's got room. He was looking for Chandler that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Let's go now. Let's go. Watch the out. Switch. Let's go. Come on.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Saints 45, Seahawks 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You got nothing.
They run it again with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
You gonna get this, boy? You gonna get this? Safety creep. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Sir!
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You must be dreaming.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches. Today's final score, Saints.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.